A bit of filler. Hey, what's going on, everybody? So we've been down here slamming the Excursion build amongst other things that we've had going on, and we're still doing it. We're almost coming to a close on this thing right now, just tightening up a few little issues like the one behind me that I'm going to talk to you about real quick. And this is what we have going on. So basically, if you can see this, this is what happens when you apply filler on bare metal. That's why I've always suggested trying to prime the bare metal before you put the filler on it, because if it gets exposed to the weather at all before it's properly sealed with primer, or if it cracks, then it gets moisture behind it, and that's what it leads into, is cracking filler that will come out of the previous repair. Like I said, we didn't do the repair. I don't know who did the repair, but that's a bit of an issue that we're gonna have to correct. So we're gonna go ahead and correct this the right way, and we'll take you along for the ride while we're doing that and making some other progress on this thing. So currently what Noah's doing, he is actually chipping out all the old filler so we can expose all of the rust that's underneath of it. That way we have a better idea of how far the rust is spread underneath the old filler and what's going to be taken out, because honestly you can't fill over top of that, because it would just cause a even greater problem and it's not going to change anything. So normally what we do is we'll chip all of the old filler away, expose the rust underneath of it, then we will take a grinding pad or sanding pad or something, right around a 36 grit, or a little heavier than that sometimes depending on how bad it is, and we will grind all of the rust away and leave it just a shiny metal. And after that I will go back and spray either a urethane primer sealer on top of that we can actually put our new filler on top of. That way it's sealed and we're not going to have an issue. All right, so I just got the Robolo self-leveling filler on this now. I went ahead and primed it last night, and that way it'd have plenty of time to cure out, because I used epoxy primer on this to seal that rust in after we had cut it back down to shiny metal again, as we ground it and then cut it back to where it's not going to have any more rust or anything that could come back through the filler, because that's what happened before. So hopefully this should be fine now. Now we just gotta wait for this setup, start cutting it down and sand it smooth and get all our little imperfections, and we're good to go. So let's get back after it. Hey, what's going on, everybody? So I've been in here knocking this out right here, and like I said, we have made huge progress on this thing, and it's really starting to come together, and I'm starting to get excited. So, but right now we've got somebody up top here knocking away on the rust. Yeah, like I say, it's kind of rusty, but that's okay because we can fix that. But overall, like I said, we're making great progress, and we're gonna have to get back at it to get this thing done. All right, we've been putting in some work, so I'm gonna take you around. I want to show you what all we got done on this thing so far, and hopefully this coming week, because we're coming into the weekend now, but hopefully this coming week we're gonna be putting some color on this Excursion. So we've got the fender pretty well ready and addressed. We've got some of the little dings and places back here ready. We've got all the body sanded on it. We've got that big massive place worked out on it where the someone had done a previous repair and it had started cracking out. They didn't have any primer behind it, so it got moisture, turned to rust. You know the story. But we've got that coming out. We've got the top of it pretty well done as well. And now let's take you around and show you some of the other stuff we've been doing. We've been making pretty big progress on the Mercedes we've got in here. We've got hood and everything. We've already got the parts in for it, so now we're just trying to go ahead and get the final little sand on it finished so we can start the spray work on it. Hopefully we'll be doing that this week as well. And now I'm going to take you outside and introduce you to my little project. So let's go out here and we'll check this thing out. Now, that's my little project right there. And hopefully you like it. So I don't know what you guys think about it, but it is a Jaguar XFR. Sport, basically it's the sport supercharged version. And I think it's a nice little collection to the lineup. I'll probably drive the car. I like it real well, and it sounds pretty well amazing. So let's go ahead and set the camera back here, and I'll do a cold start for you, and you guys can let me know what you think. Atrociously loud, no, but I think it sounds pretty dang good. So I'm gonna give it a quick rev here, see what you guys think about that, and then later on we're gonna do some stuff with this car. So I think it's gonna be cool. You might want to check that out, and if you haven't gone ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, go ahead and do that now, because we got a lot of stuff going on and we're gonna be doing some cool stuff. We'll take you around here and we'll show you the motor in it. Like I said, it is a supercharged 4.2 liter. And it's had a little work done to it, I'm not gonna lie. It's been deleted. It's got a couple other things that are pretty nice, and that's just trying to get it done up right to where it actually has the amount of performance. But the reason I deleted it, because I hadn't planned on it, is we actually had a cat that had come apart on the right side bank, so it just wouldn't breathe. And then I did an inspection on it, pulled one of the O2 sensors out and looked inside of it, and the cat had indeed come apart completely. And sometimes it would run great, sometimes it would just fall on its face and go into restricted mode. So I'm like, well, let's just go ahead and program it out and call it a day. Cat delete it. It's already been muffler deleted, so this is just kind of the way the car actually sounds, and I think it sounds pretty decent. But it did improve the performance quite a bit. And the fact that we had to kind of do a little bit of tuning to get it to run as good as it does, and now it even runs better than what it would have. So, but that's the car right there. Okay, so I have introduced you to the new project. I have shown you what we got going on with the Mercedes. We have almost got this thing ready to paint, but there's one last thing I want to show you guys. It's got to go in this after we get the paint and body done. So right here is all the stuff that's got to go into the Excursion once we get the paint and body done. Now, some of you are probably wondering, was that a transmission? Why would you put another transmission in something that perfectly, you know, runs and drives, everything's great with it? Well, I kind of had an idea. So our idea was, we're going to go ahead and bulletproof this thing. We're basically going to go with a manual transmission, a manual transfer case, and literally there's nothing to go wrong. There's no servos to go bad. There's no airlines to break and go bad. Literally just reliability, functionality in a rough environment. And that's what we're shooting for. We've also got some other cool stuff for the front end that's coming, but it's not here yet, so I can't show it to you, but it is on the way. And that's going to be the last little coup de grace that we're going to be doing on the Excursion. We've got some other stuff that will transpire as the build continues, but for right now, this is where we're at on it. So if you want to see more of what we got going on before we head off into the weekend, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and thanks for watching.